I love pretty music.
I like having fun. I like to laugh. I like to meet people who can make me laugh.
Okay, welcome everybody. You're watching the Webby-winning Office Hours Live with Tim Heidecker here on Thursday morning, downtown Glendale. Not really downtown, but in Glendale. Also the name of a very famous album.
Oh, that's right.
We are broadcasting live from the date being, is that an interesting way of saying it? Broadcasting live from the date of June 12th. June 12th, the great June 12th. Almost like June Cleaver, but it's actually June 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Mike Love.
Get out of here, Mike. You're not welcome on today's show. And I'll tell you why in a minute, but we
I
are
don't like
very...
Mike Love at all.
I don't either, okay? No one's arguing that. No one likes Mike. Maybe his own friends and family do.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to have fun today. We've got a great show. We're all a little giddy, a little silly, despite the world melting and dissolving in front of our eyes. It's all coming to an end, folks. Any day now. You feel it. Everybody get ready, because the world's gonna end. I'm predicting on Tuesday. You better call your friends.
I don't like Mike Love.
Mike. Oh, that's not Mike. We are, first of all, let me introduce my co-hosts here, DJ Douggpound, of course.
Good morning. Wait, what happened to that sound? They turned me down.
Oh, no.
Turn on my oscillator.
There it is.
Oh, ow, turn that down. Is there just an on-off switch for that?
I'll make that louder, I think.
I know, it's not even
Hurt
that
my
loud.
head.
Crank that theremin.
Good vibrations to you, Tim.
Mm-hmm. It's like in Mission Impossible 3 when Tom Cruise gets this little microchip put up, a little capsule up his nose into his brain. Ugh. It happened. Really? I can confirm it because I watched it on the plane yesterday.
What the heck is this?
It went right up his nose. Philip Seymour Hoffman went up to Tom Cruise's little bomb. Like a little, I'm not kidding. This happened. A little micro bomb in his nitroglycerin in his brain. What? That was time sensitive, and at some point it starts really hurting. I don't want to spoil anything, but
So it's hurting Tom Cruise's brain?
it
Philip
sure
Seymour
was.
put it up there.
Oh, there you go.
Now I gotta watch that.
And Vic Berger is here as well.
Yes, I was going to do a what sip, but I'm going to do Surf's Up, everybody. In
Hey,
honor of
all
my
right.
little angel, Brian Wilson. And I want to give him three. Can I give him 3 honks real quick?
Uh-huh. Oh, are we sure about this? Wow.
I'm jealous of that horn. I
I
got
noticed that. Whoa. I like that a lot. I will be doing my Brian today out of respect and out of love.
Right.
Because it's the most fun. He's pure vibrations, pure energy, pure love and mercy. And we will be talking about him all day and singing his songs if it's appropriate.
Oh, God.
Of course, Brian Wilson passing away yesterday, and we love him very much.
Allegedly.
He's like Jim Morrison and Elvis. You think that's how it's going to go down? I love these people who think Brian Wilson's dead. Give me a break, man. My special guest.
He ain't going nowhere.
My special guest today, folks. First of all, you, the audience. You welcome me and our guys and everybody into your computers every Thursday, and we're honored to be in your space. And we try to respect your space, actually. But our in-house guest here to talk about her new book, The Lost Voice, Greta Morgan.
Thanks for having me.
Great to have you. I can't wait to talk to you. And your Friend, who is also a friend of ours and a friend of the world's, honestly, I always get the order of your name, Brian Robert Jones, because sometimes I'm worried that I was going to say Robert Brian Jones, but it's Brian Robert Jones.
That would have been fine too. I use
You're
that
like
sometimes.
from the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Brian Jones. Great friend
He
of
doesn't
mine.
go near swimming pools.
Brian couldn't hack it, you know. He just was too angry, I think.
He was the coolest one, though.
Tough guy.
He's the coolest one.
Well, I don't. Yeah, they say that. If we looked into it,
I mean, I never met the guy. So.
right? He's troubled guy. Did you watch this new Led Zeppelin documentary?
No. Oh.
Oh.
Wait, why
Thumbs
was it
down,
bad?
right, Matt?
Hagiography.
By the numbers.
Yeah.
They always start these. It was right after World War II, and London had been bombed, and we had nothing, and then we had rock and roll from America, and we had this fucking Lonnie Donegan. And they keep talking about Lonnie Donegan.
They loved him.
They love Lonnie Donegan.
He's a
Well,
skiffle
like a
guy,
tongue
right?
twister.
Skiffle guy.
Play it
Lonnie.
Sing it 5 times
Nobody
fast.
likes
Lonnie Donegan.
Lonnie Donegan, Lonnie Donegan.
Lonnie Donegan, Lonnie Donegan.
Lonnie
And
Donegan.
suddenly, all we wanted to be was Jerry Lee Lewis.
No.
Did you see it, Doug? You watch all these.
I saw that one in the theater, and
I fell asleep.
I was ready to walk out. But
Wait, why? How did they make that boring though?
It's just those.
They
same-
leave
Too
in-
much.
it's
Too much
just-
backstory.
There's not that much. Well, I read the book about Led Zeppelin. I wrote the book about. Forget your book.
there's nothing. It's kind of interesting in the beginning, learning about how they were session musicians.
They were,
Yeah.
but everybody I think
Yeah.
knows
They
that.
played
right?
with the great Donovan.
They played on all these records and stuff.
And then
And then they show these live performances that are just
They
like
go on forever.
it's like
Yeah.
a big wank fest.
Yeah.
With, you know,
We saw Robert Plant in a hotel once.
Really?
Did you see him in the lobby?
I was like waiting in the car, and then everybody came and said Robert Plant was in there.
Oh man, I spied hard.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Robert Plant's got the violin bow out there. And then,
Oh, yeah.
You know, he stole
Jimmy
that
Page.
idea from another guy, but he's doing it.
And
for
then
like 10
all their
minutes.
shit is just stolen from blues guys.
Yeah.
I love them. Don't get me wrong, but I actually like them, like because the documentary kind of ends at like 1960, like right after Zeppelin 2.
Oh.
And I'm like, well,
Okay.
my Zeppelin is like 3, 4 Houses of the Holy
Yeah.
presence,
What's yours?
A little bit of
physical graffiti.
yeah. Those are the fun ones.
Yeah.
Those have a lot of the good Bonham stuff on. it.
Yes, and there's like really, they're not just ripping off blues, like they're writing real songs.
Yeah.
So this is just about how we went to America and it was suddenly like a totally different kind of place. We opened up and played, and then we kept playing, and everyone loved us. And that was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And we got really good at it, you know, and famous.
Did you have the DVD, the live DVD back in the day?
The song remains the same.
I think so.
The movie where there's these short films within it. Maybe not.
Well, I don't know. It was like a DVD, like a live DVD that came out in like I want to say like 07 or something.
I don't think so.
But Robert Plant has like the most visible jeans penis you've ever seen.
Yeah, he did.
I was just like 13. I was like, that's that guy's penis for sure. Like
No undies. He's like
Yeah.
not wearing underwear at all.
I
Gets that, puts on
Never
my
once.
jeans. You think those guys were ever like showering and stuff? Like it felt like you wouldn't be. They weren't like
No.
cleaning. It's hard to think of them even like eating and like doing stuff like that.
It's like they had to like put their like order in. You know, they wait in line for. It's weird. It's like they didn't take showers in the 70s. Like that's
No.
not really.
No. Well, let me just tell you guys Greta's book and just give you a little background context. Or maybe you should explain it.
Sure.
Yeah, you give me the pitch. Give me the pitch. What happened? What's the book about?
Okay, the pitch. Well,
That sounds like way too much pressure. I apologize.
Well, I was a professional musician since I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, linking to you, my first band, the Hush Sound, got signed by Fall Out Boy when I was in high school. I went on an arena tour during my senior year. But we did a tour with Phantom Planet in 2008. And
Jason Schwartzman.
Well, he had left the band at that
Okay.
point. But we watched Tim and Eric almost every night on the bus. We shared a tour bus with Phantom Planet. So that was, now a long time ago. Anyway,
Here we are now.
Was a professional musician my whole life. Had been playing as a touring member of Vampire Weekend with Brian, and was writing a solo record. Got what I now believe was COVID very early, March of 2020. Lost my singing voice that I had spent 16 years kind
Yes.
of cultivating and building and
Your
releasing
bread and
8
butter.
records. Everything, yeah. My bread and butter, my identity, my
Right.
my great joy. my great joy every day. So the book kind of charts the course of developing my voice. Like, what does it mean for a songwriter to find their voice? And then losing it and kind of reimagining what life would be like without it.
And so when you say you believe you had COVID, this was so early in the pandemic, you weren't testing for it.
There
or anything
weren't.
like that.
There weren't tests. We played one last festival in Florida, fucking Florida.
I wonder if
Like
it had
March
anything to
7th.
do with that.
Yeah, I got the Florida.
correlation.
I got the Florida disease. Yeah, but
That was like March 7th or 8th or something.
All the other festivals that weekend had been canceled, and they were like, "Well, Okeechobee, it's a local festival." So
You
it's
blame
not-
Ezra for this, don't you?
No,
That was the original title of the
love
book was
Ezra.
I Blame Ezra for everything. For pushing.
Ezra was incredibly kind. throughout
He's
the
a
whole
very nice
process.
man.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll get into it to the extent that you want to. But I started reading it on my trip yesterday, and it's harrowing. I mean, the beginning of the book is harrowing a bit because it's you're charting this dark period of your life. Very well written. Very what's a better word for well written?
Just read my book.
That's perfect, actually.
Articulate, poetic,
Just read it.
and you're happy with it.
Yeah.
Imagine she's like,
You like
just a
it?
fair warning, it didn't come out the way I hoped.
Yeah.
It's really hard work, right?
Oh my God, it's insane. And also I wrote it in such a private, like I was living in a cabin in the Catskills, very much the caricature of like a writer writing a book. And then the night before it came out, I woke up in the middle of the night and had my first panic attack. It was very like White Lotus. I was like, I'm going to need a lorazepam. Oh my God. Do you mean people are going to read this? Like, I don't know. Somehow,
How much time can you put into like a session of writing? Like, what is your limit?
like 4 hours.
Whoa. And that's
3
like
or 4
fully
hours.
like blocked off.
Yeah.
The problem I have when I'm writing is there's these other buttons on my computer that go to like the PBD podcast or Paul McCartney interviews or
I got
Netflix.
Wi-Fi off. I have a camper van,
Smart.
and I would drive to places where I knew there was no service.
Right.
And just like
Wow.
write in the camper van and then go home.
Smart.
Yeah.
Then I worry about my kids need me or something.
Yeah, my kids
Yeah.
don't exist.
I'm so sorry to hear that. They,
Bit of a life
they
hack.
did at one point.
Imaginary.
All right, let's do a call real quick, Matt, just to acknowledge we are live and be with the crowd out there.
Yeah, we have it's a reverse bone pick. It's a thanks from Jesse.
People love that, right? This,
We don't need anything positive. We don't need that.
maybe we do.
Jesse, you're on the spot.
Hey, can you hear me?
Popcorn?
Hey, Jesse, what's up?
Hey, Tim. Hey, long time, first time. So I just wanted to review my ordering process of my Vic Berger shirt that I'm wearing today.
Yes.
Get your long, filthy hair out of the way so we can read it, though. So all I see
It
is
looks
Berg.
wonderful.
I
Look at
watched
that.
it yesterday, but yeah. Anyways, as some of you may or may not know, it took a long time to receive the shirt.
Leave that part out, Jesse.
Along the way, I actually got an email from Vic himself asking me for my address. Either I failed to present it or he lost it. I don't know what happened. Anyways, it gave me the opportunity to let him know how much I appreciate whenever he brings up the Beach Boys and Brian Wilson in particular. So he sent me this personalized note and message in my order.
Wow.
And I just received this 2 days ago.
That's a great drawing.
So
Yeah.
obviously,
Wow.
yeah, it was a really good drawing.
Hey, that looks a little bit like me.
It does.
Wow. I had no idea.
I'm glad you appreciate
So
it.
anyways,
Yeah, there are a few, there are 10 people I still have to figure out their addresses. They didn't give their addresses or they didn't pay. They gave me their address and didn't pay.
Why should they pay?
I know, so I just made to send it out for free anyway. But there may be 25 people that still haven't gotten a shirt yet, but
That's a lot
it's
of
coming.
people.
It's coming soon, I promise.
All right, well, thanks for the update on the
Anyways.
Vic Berger t-shirt. We're all wondering
Yeah.
what's
What do
going
you
on.
Thank
with
you.
it.
how's the
Tim.
quality? How's the quality of it?
it feels great. I just put it on today. I haven't washed it yet.
Good.
It fits okay, so hopefully that stays after
Yeah.
I wash it. But yeah,
Awesome. Thanks,
All
man.
right, take
Thanks for
care.
supporting me.
thanks, guys.
Speaking
Talk
of
to you
basically the show itself here, just a couple of show notes. We will be off next week, correct, Matt? Just so people understand that.
You're going to be in Japan.
Listen to my life. I got back from New York yesterday from work stuff and leaving for Tokyo tomorrow with the family, taking the family to Tokyo.
Yeah.
That's inappropriate. I think that's inappropriate,
the
right?
Vapors, the Vapors
I
song.
don't know.
It's the what song?
The Vapors. Listen to it, you'll know it.
Turning Japanese? Is
Yeah.
that okay? Any tips you have? You feel
Have you been before?
Yeah.
It's your first time? Oh man.
It's pretty dope.
We can give you a
You're gonna
list.
like it. Yeah.
Okay, send me a list. It's pretty booked up right now, but we're very excited. And what was that? What was the point of that? So I'll be we'll be off tomorrow. And what else? Oh yeah, we're the band, me and the band, including Vic Berger.
Yeah.
And I believe DJ Douggpound, correct? You're on the summer shows with
in August.
That's in August. We're playing at the Las Vegas. We're playing in LA, San Diego, and Las Vegas. Those tickets are at timheidecker.com/live.
Victor
So
Berger.
it's LIVE.
Do you know what neighborhood you're staying in Tokyo?
Shibuya.
Oh yeah.
Like right in the middle.
You're gonna
Just
hang out in
the
that
shit.
crossing.
Yeah, just wander. You'll
Yeah,
it'll be great.
yeah.
It'll be great.
Yeah, we've got a couple things booked.
If you make it up to Ginza, I had the best ramen of my entire life.
Ginza.
Ginza, it's a
Okay.
neighborhood. If you make it up to Ginza, there's a restaurant called Meat Restaurant or Meat Building, MEAT Building. There's like little animatronic chopsticks in a ramen bowl out front.
Okay. I'm going to write that.
Best.
Could somebody write
Best
that
ever.
down for me? Ginza. Meat building.
Meat Building.
Also, it's great to go to Harajuku and find all the mistranslation T-shirts.
Okay.
That's a really fun scavenger hunt.
Well, I'll have to ask my kids to handle this because they're upstairs doing a crash course in Duolingo. They're joking,
Duolingo?
like you have to become fully fluent tonight, and they're just like on their iPads, like yes, bling, bling. Arigato, bling. All right, that's what I have for you, Brian. Yes, Brian Wilson passed away. We'll say a couple. We'll be talking about that throughout the show. Paul McCartney had. Paul's always going to come out when the old timers go. His friends. These are his friends. But he couldn't. He's just such a clown. He can't be serious for 1 second here. At the end, he says, Can you make that bigger, Matt? I'm sorry, I can't read it. How will we continue without Brian Wilson? God only knows.
I can play bass. I'm actually quite good on bass.
Be gracious.
Cute, Paul. Very well done. Oh, you're so witty.
Let's not have the spectacle. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
That picture of Brian isn't the best photo.
It's all. Yeah, it's not. Well,
But it's by Linda.
Is it?
Well, it says right there.
Oh, you know who took the photo. Actually, it's not about photo.
but
You know.
still.
I mean, that's like 1969, Brian. He was
Linda
still
took
bad,
it,
not
so
bad.
Not bad. You know, she's actually quite a good photographer. It doesn't. He would never photographer. Photographer.
Well, the British
takes it to camera and goes blink, blink. You know,
the British
clickety-clack.
pronunciation is photographer.
Photographer.
Yeah.
Photographer. Paperback photographer.
Why?
Eleanor Rigby. Tripper.
I'm absolutely randy.
Calm down, guys.
Wow, a lot of good ones.
But Vic, do you want to say anything about Brian Wilson or what?
Oh my God, I don't know what to say. 'Cause, I mean, yeah, he's like in college, I was so depressed, or even in high school and stuff, and I would just listen to his records, you know, the mid '60s, late '60s stuff, and that kind of got me through a lot of things. Because like even though he's singing like happy stuff, you know, it seems like it's happy. The tone was always, you know, introverted and introspective, and melancholy, and it's like his own personal life with his dad, like really played into everything, and Mike is his uncle or his cousin. His cousin was like shitty to him, you know, when Brian's trying to, you know, advance the band, and he didn't really have the support. Like the Beatles, like advanced, they had each other to like support them through it. Brian wanted to move past it, but kind of everybody else wanted to stick with the surf songs, you know, play the hits and everything. But I don't. He's my favorite, and it's not a shock because he's old, but it still hurts, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely. I was texting with a lot of people yesterday, and my take was sort of just like, you know, he's relieved of duty. Like he's 82 years old. He was probably not. I don't think he was in good health. He had a very hard life, you know, but also just gave so much beauty to the world. Of course, I posted something, and there's some nitwit that went. You believe somebody would say this? Sit down, folks. Are you sitting?
Yeah.
He goes, let's face it. He only made one good album.
What?
Fuck you. Go fucking
How many good albums has that? hater
die.
made?
Go put your everything you own into the garbage. And then, no, don't do anything rash. I'm not encouraging anything, but
Who commented it though?
Yeah, who is it?
Some
Let's pull up
rando-
their
Do they have a lot of good albums?
Yeah, exactly.
they probably do.
Let's see your
But it's
Pet
just not.
Sounds.
It's not true.
Yeah.
No.
Obviously,
Not at all.
it's ridiculous to think that. If we would go down the list of the, well, first of all, before Pet Sounds, the idea of an album wasn't that much of a thing anyway. You'd have these singles, and like singles were the king. And the singles alone, pre-Pet Sounds, you just can't believe it. Surfing USA, California Girls, Help Me Rhonda, I Get Around, Be True to Your School. I mean, it goes boom, 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 boom. It goes on and on and on and on. In My Room. I'm not looking at a list. You can see, these are just off the top of my head. Good Vibrations.
That was after Pet Sounds.
Yeah, it was right after Pet Sounds.
Sorry.
But Greg took me to this Beverly Hills Diner years ago.
Yeah.
And then Brian came in. He was.
Oh, yeah, you got to see him in the flesh.
Got to see him in the flesh.
Wow.
Eat a scoop of ice cream. It was so cool.
What flavor?
Vanilla.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that all he ordered?
That's all he had. And then all of a sudden we're about to like walk out and just like wave to him. But he got up so quick and just went out the back. They had the back exit and just boom, bye.
Well, look at this. This is,
Yeah.
do we have a close-up of this?
There
this
we
is the signature autographed Smile
wow.
album here from Brian Wilson himself. And that's pretty neat.
That's awesome.
I saw him at the Hollywood Bowl like probably 10 years ago or something with the band, not with the Beach Boys, but with Al Jardine. And I got to know Al Jardine a little bit. So I'm almost family, you know. It's like a family member going. But he did that. I remember that show. He did. It was the day. Do you remember when there was that shooter in Dallas? He was the cop.
Oh
who
yeah.
was up on the roof shooting people.
Mm-hmm.
That was horrifying, right? It was a horrible. It was like a bad one. It was like
Lee Harvey
this is-
Oswald.
Book depository.
Yeah. Someplace where they're holding books. I don't know. It was a depository. But it was that day, I think, and then Brian sang "Love and Mercy."
Oh yeah.
Which was like about. It was like I was watching the TV. What does he sing?
I was sitting in a crummy movie with my hands on my head.
But there's a line about watching TV and like it's a lot of violence on TV or
Like
something.
sitting in my room watching when the news came on TV. There's a lot of people in the world who like are hurt, and it really scares me.
Yes,
Wow.
that was it.
Luke,
And
all right.
that whole Hollywood Bowl. I mean, that was like it shivers through everyone's spines. It was.
I
like,
love pretty music.
Thank you, and thank you, Chewbacca, for coming in with sort of knowing the lyrics.
Oh, you're welcome.
Remember, he came. Remember, I said it just happened, but he came in right. Chewbacca came in so quick with the lyrics, but then didn't know them. Luke. Speaking of the control room, we have a friend in the control room, right? Oh no, Luke, are you mad at me? I'm sorry. You did a good job.
Sad truth.
That's my friend Edmar. In
Yeah,
the
that's
back.
what I was getting to. But go ahead, take it away. He's your friend.
Oh, he's one of my oldest friends. Edmar is visiting from Chicago.
Oh.
He made the Yellow River Boys beer and the 2 at Crew beer, actually.
The Yellow River Boys can of beer is right to your right there, Edmar, in the fridge there. If you want to show it off,
we got to get him a mic.
There it is.
Is there piss in it?
We're really honored to have been able to make the Yellow River Boys beer.
Is there piss in it? That was the question.
Yeah.
Well, the brewers do kind of just shake now. No longer a full pour.
Oh, they shake a little piss in there.
Yeah. I see.
It's the post urinal dribbles.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Edmar, what are you doing in LA? You're visiting from Chicago?
Yeah, I'm here because I was sent by my wife to supervise my daughter working with Natasha Newman Thomas for the week on some commercials and TV shows.
Okay, very good.
I actually came here to be on. I came here to be on Soup Night.
Right. All right. Well, we'll check in with you later.
I want to know about that. What's the
You guys got to check out Soup
Greta,
Night.
do you like soup? You're a soup
I love
soupster?
soup. I'm a, yeah.
Are you handy in the kitchen? Do you like to cook?
I'm a crock pot queen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where do you call home?
The Catskills in New York.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you got to make stew if you live in the Catskills.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
seems like nice living.
It's good living.
What am I listening to? The eating of soup?
Yeah, someone slurp a soup.
The soup slurp.
Doug's on Google right now, like on YouTube, looking up slurp
I
sounds.
think I'm more of a stew gal than a soup gal.
Like a hearty
stew, a hunter stew.
Hunter stew,
A
yeah.
hunter stew.
Hungarian stew.
Do you find things in nature to put in your stews?
Oh
I
yeah.
have a friend who
Whoa.
slurps. Do you forage?
Occasionally, I actually have a hat. that
Oh,
is-
talk about the hat. This is exciting.
my friend Nirvan, who's a filmmaker,
What's
just
you know what Nirvan's last name is?
mullet. Nirvana.
Nirvana.
This belongs to Paul Stamets, who's a
Oh, good. As long as it doesn't belong to Paul Stanley.
Paul Stamets,
famous
the mushroom guy.
mycologist, and it's a hat that's made out of mushrooms, and I'm calling it the cock of the woods.
It kind of looks like a butt crack
That's
up on
amazing.
top.
Can I feel it? I don't
Of course,
understand how you make
you
it.
can eat it.
I can't-
You could eat
Whoa.
it.
You could literally eat your hat.
in
Oh
an
yeah,
apoc-
you know what? This
in an
does feel like a
apocalypse-
mushroom.
In an
Hello
apocalypse,
everyone. How you doing? You all
You can
right?
eat your hat.
Top of the morning to you.
The side profile, you really can't tell that it's kind of penisy, but then you know you look at the top and it's wow.
You think it's the top? You think it's the top of a penis, the
Well,
urethra.
It's also a coffee bean. It's also butt cheeks.
This is what a mushroom. It's like when people say they have a mushroom penis. It's
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
well, and this is mushroom too. This stuff
The
here.
whole thing is made
Wow.
out of mushrooms.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, try a bite.
Here you go. I'm gonna throw it over.
Is there such thing as like mushroom
Smell
leather?
it. Yes, I mean that must be what it is.
Oh yeah.
Shout
I
out
don't-
Paul Stamets.
There's got to be some band out there called Mushroom Hat.
Mushroom hat,
yeah.
mushroom leather's a good name too.
They have like a lot of slow songs
Yeah.
about it's like Alice in Wonderland music, but it's kind of boring.
Sounds really boring.
It does
If you're
sound
in
good.
Mushroom Hat, call in.
It's a way cooler name than the music is.
Hi, we're Mushroom Hat, and this is our Pitchfork Perfect 10.
It's just the woods. There's not
Yeah.
even a record.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there.
That's his new book. Oh my god, that's the hat. That's the fucking hat.
Oh, that guy was on.
God.
That guy was on Rogan, I think.
Yeah. Oh, he's on everything.
No, he's the mushroom.
He'll
like,
talk to anybody.
He's
yeah.
the king. He was
He's
on.
the
It's a
king.
Netflix documentary where he's in it.
Yes. Psilocybin mushrooms in their natural habitats. That's his new book,
Wow.
and this is his hat. Oh my
That's
God.
cool.
Do you want
Wow.
to eat the hat now that you see it on him?
Is it psychedelic or is it just regular
You
mushrooms?
have to find out.
Are you just borrowing the hat,
Snap.
or did he?
I'd rather eat your Paris review hat. Maybe it tastes like croissant. Come on, that's not that funny.
Yeah, that's great.
That's pretty good.
Matt, we should do the city of the day. I had to say, I want to bring everybody down, but of the day. All right. Well, we do have a sponsor today, don't we? We do have a sponsor. I have to tell you.
Today.
Oh, this is exciting. We have a Minnect Four. Did you know that playing a game of Connect Four is not only value-taining, but
These
it's
are my favorite.
but it's good? Excuse me. Did you know that playing a game of Connect Four is not only value-taining, but it's good for your brain? But why play games with losers when you can play games with experts? That's why Paul Bet-David invented Minnect 4, the only place to play Connect 4 with top guys like Vinny, Adam Sosnick, and PBD himself. By the way, it ain't free because these guys' time is valuable. For only $48,000, you can play Minnect 4 with PBD, and for about $2,000, you can play with Vinny. You also learn when and where to put your chips down the slot. Also, they'll teach you valuable lessons such as what slot is best for your chip and whether red or yellow chips are more advantageous for the upper hand in the gameplay. So download the Minnect 4 app and start playing with experts today. Use code word by the way and get a free hour of chat PBD, the smartest AI of them all. Now we will listen to the jingle while I smoke a cigar.
By the way, Minnect 4
is good. It is good.
It's good for the brain. By the way,
It'll help you put the chips in the right slot.
Oh, wait.
Really
Chipotle.
Oh, we had a lighting cue for that.
Vic, you got your
Hi, this is Office Hours style correspondent Vic Berger. I'm not big on trends, but I am big on clothes that feel good and last. That's why I keep going back to Quince. The lightweight layers and high-quality staples have become my favorite everyday essentials. Quince has all the things you actually want to wear this summer, like organic cotton silk polos, linen beach shorts, and comfortable pants that you'll never take off your legs. And the best part is everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands. Just ask producer Matt. He revamped his entire closet with floor-to-ceiling Quince for the summer season. I'm talking socks, underwear, linen underwear, shirts, and shorts, and the works. Stick to the staples that last with elevated essentials from Quince. Go to quince.com/office hours for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/office hours to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/office hours.
You're like the Micro Machines guy. Remember that?
Yeah.
And go to quince.com/office hours to find out if these two are going to take it to the next level. All right. Who is the city of the day? Matt?
Catlin.
Hello. Hey, everyone. My name is Callum Michael. The city of the day today is New York City.
Whoa! There it is. New York. Wait a minute. This guy seems like he's got an agenda here. Do you have an agenda?
I do have a little bit of an agenda. If you live in New York City, tonight is the last mayoral debate for the Democratic primary. So thank you all so much for letting me come on and talk a little bit about Zohran Mandami, who's running an affordability platform, running on 4 big platforms, freezing the rent for rent-stabilized units, making buses fast and free, no-cost childcare, and city-owned grocery stores, at least one in each of the 5 boroughs to bring down the cost of groceries. So we're just out here trying to remind people to watch the debate tonight. Make sure you're registered to vote. The registration deadline is June 14th. Democratic primaries on June 24th.
All right. Tell me about Zohran. What's his background? What's the story with him? He kind of came out of nowhere, right? He's a young buck. I've seen interviews with him. He's very. Have you seen this guy?
He's the guy in the glass
He's
box.
dynamic.
Impressive.
He's young and
Tim?
fun and normal. He seems like a regular guy. What?
He's not the guy in the glass box.
He's not the guy that in Big where Tom Hanks becomes an adult, right?
Fortune teller.
No, he is currently a state assembly member. It represents a district in Queens. And you're right. I think in some ways he did kind of come out of nowhere. But I think when you're running on a platform that is talking about making New York City affordable, working and fighting for working class New Yorkers, there's a reason why we have closed the gap and we are now neck and neck with the front runner of the campaign, former disgraced Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. This Andrew Cuomo. Well, you're a New Yorker.
Yeah.
Greta's here. Well,
Yeah.
not from New York, but you live there. You can't vote in the this New York City mayoral race.
I can't.
But you must have thoughts on this scumbag Andrew Cuomo,
I should
right?
have more thoughts on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems like a bad news guy. Why would you want this guy anywhere near government again?
He's like the guy with the big nipple rings.
He had big nipple rings when during COVID. Which is, I'm not judging anybody for that.
That's fine. Do whatever you want to do, Andrew.
But,
Wait, does Zohran have nipple rings too, or no?
I don't think that Zohran has nipple rings, but nipple rings might be the only redeeming quality of Andrew Cuomo based on his track record.
So what's his plan? These seem like all great things to aspire towards, and you don't have to get into the details of this, but it seems very challenging to enact some of these things. How's he going to get it done? We hear a lot of promises for some of these politicians, but can he get it done?
Yeah, for sure. On the freezing the rent piece, it is a choice of the mayor who they appoint to a board. And then that board decides the rate. So Bill de Blasio froze the rent for 3 years of his administration. So very achievable thing. It's just about political will. And then a question we get a lot is like, how are you going to pay for all of these wonderful things that you're handing out to people? One, we're not handing it out to people. We are using their tax dollars to pay for them. And we are committed to raising the taxes on the 1% of New Yorkers.
Hell yeah.
So if you make over $1 million in New York City, we are going to raise your taxes by 2%.
Good.
For you, that's probably about a $20,000 increase, a rounding error. But if we do that across the board, that gives us about $5 billion in revenue.
There's some fucking stinking. There's some stinking rich people in New York City.
For
Stinking
sure.
rich.
Yeah.
Right.
They stink.
Now, do these people live in the city, or they're going to be like, well, our place is actually in Connecticut, so we don't actually have to pay this shit.
Yeah, so if you live in New York City, you have to pay a part of your taxes here.
Right.
So it's about where your residence is, in addition to where your employment is. So if you are living in New York City and you're claiming that as your residence, you would be subject of this tax
And
increase.
these people
But again,
can
it's a tax
afford to
increase
pay a
on the
little
1%.
more. These people
Yeah.
can afford to pay a little more. What are you saying? 2%?
2% increase.
You
on
can't
over
afford
$1.
2% increase in your taxes? Give me a break. These people got to go. Well, that sounds great. I was just in New York this week from Friday to yesterday. And
Didn't see you, sorry.
It is the
but
greatest.
would love to run into.
I have to tell you. You like walking around in New York?
Love it.
Yeah. What'd you do there?
I was there for a movie premiere and did some stuff for that and saw some friends. No, not right for Hollywood. I stayed down in Chinatown, and I'm walking around. I go. You say, "Oh, this is up in East Village or Greenwich Village. You need a car. Do you want me to get you an Uber?" I'm walking, baby. I'm walking everywhere.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to take the city bike and get around. Do you like the city bikes?
I love city bikes. You could also take a bus because after we win the election, we're making buses fast and free. So you could take the bus. It would be free for you.
I'm not getting on the
Great way to
bus.
get around the
I don't
city.
want to get on the bus.
Free bus.
Fast and free.
Walking could be
It's a good
free
price.
though.
Walking's
Yeah,
on-
walking's
When
already
he's
free.
when he's
But
the
what
mayor.
about the subways? Are you going to make the subways better? But I mean, the subways are. You're not bringing. It's interesting how you're not bringing up the subways. You're just going right to the bus.
Feels like a glaring
Our
omission.
focus is it's a lot easier to make an impact on the buses. Zohran did a pilot program where he had one free bus in each of the 5 boroughs. So there's already a track record of his ability and success to get the revenue to pay for something like that.
Right. I like it. Just jump on the bus. I
Yeah.
mean, all this dumb shit should be free. It should be easy. You just jump in, jump out. They'll figure out how to pay for it. Tax the rich. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Why don't I run for mayor? You ever consider that much? Mayor of Glendale.
You
I could
should
do.
be the mayor
you
of Glendale.
Glender.
A new town.
Glender.
You'll rename it as your first duty.
All right. Well, I'm going to establish residence in New York City and vote for Zohran.
Yeah.
Perfect. You would have one more day to do so. So again, that voting registration deadline, if you're a first-time registrant in New York State, is the 14th. Watch the debate tonight on New York 1, and don't forget to get out there and vote. Early voting 14th to the 22nd, and then election day on the 24th.
Now, can I? If he becomes mayor, I can come to him with a. He can do things for me, get me tickets to Broadway shows and whatnot. And
I don't know. We can
I would like
guarantee
the
that,
little
but
quid pro
we're going to make sure
quo.
that working-class New Yorkers could go to Broadway shows.
I'm
Yeah,
a
for
working
sure.
class New Yorker in a lot of ways.
What about free nipple piercings?
Great promo.
I'll talk to the policy team if we could do something. anything on the
Okay.
nipple.
Well, we obviously have a great
promo.
audience in New York City, and we encourage them all to go out there and support this guy because I like him. He seems like he's the real deal. So, all right.
Thank you
All
so
the
much.
best, sir. Take care. Good luck.
Hi to the whole Holy Trinity. Thank you all so much for letting me come on and chat.
You're welcome. This kid's in a New York State of mind, isn't he?
So we agree on something.
Did they get the official office hours endorsement? Zohran did.
It's going to be the bump.
We going on the record there?
I'd say so.
Time to seize power.
Not going to endorse Cuomo.
Hello?
Who else is running though? Maybe there's somebody else
Head.
great running.
Mushroom Head endorsed.
I saw
as well.
some.
Woody
his
Allen's
videos
running
were
for
funny.
mayor.
Mushroom head. There, mushroom head.
Mushroom head. And
I'm looking for a mushroom hat.
Yeah, we need mushroom hat.
Hello?
Mushroom head's kind of a. They got a kind of cool.
What do
thing
they
going on.
sound like? They're a surf rock band.
You know what they sound like.
Homegirl in the front has a cool thing going on.
It's Evanescence. Evanescence and surf.
Matt, is there anybody on the hotline?
There is.
Kind of a
Let's check in with him.
band.
Bada swing, bada. All right, clear the drops. Let's take a call from.
Chris? Chris, is that your name with a joke?
Did you pull the acapella?
Yeah,
I wonder.
That's me. I'm here.
I'll send it to you.
Who's there?
This is Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Tim.
Hi. Where you calling
everyone.
from,
I love
baby?
you. I have a quick joke. Are you ready?
Okay.
Sounds great.
This may be a riddle, but I'm proud of it. What is a moth's favorite beer?
What is a moth's favorite beer?
Let me think. Lamp.
Yeah, you know, like a moth that flies around. It's beautiful.
I don't know. And I'm not going to continue to think about it.
Bug light. Bug light. Pretty good, huh?
That's good. I knew it was something light.
Bug light.
Yeah, Bug Light.
I was going to say
Yeah,
Miller
Bug
Lite.
goes towards the light.
Attracted to light.
Not bad.
That's great.
Or Bug Light Lime. I thought Bug Light Lime was pretty funny, too.
Yeah.
Nice one, Chris.
It is pretty funny.
The lime.
Pretty funny.
The lime does add.
Let me get
something.
back to Greta and her book, The Lost Voice.
Bye, Chris.
Thanks all. Love you
You're
all.
gonna get a movie adaptation out of this book.
Thanks to this show.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We need to see. I can't read these books. I got to see the movie.
No, I know. Yeah. Gotta see the movie. Maybe
Did you
you
do the
could be in
audiobook?
it. I was wondering who
that'd
would
be
play
good.
me. Maybe you could play me.
I wouldn't play you. I think that's rude to suggest.
I would watch that.
So how gone was the voice? Because you sound good this
my
morning.
speaking voice is a lot better now. I was diagnosed with spasmodic dysphonia, which is what RFK has. I feel like famously, it's like a very strangled kind of sound.
I'm hoping you haven't watched our show because we're very respectful of that condition and we don't goof on it at all. Just so you know.
Yeah, but mine was primarily in my singing voice. So some people have it more in their speech,
Right.
but their singing voice sounds pretty normal. My speech was pretty normal, but my singing voice was very like strangled and wobbly.
So you got this from the vaccine, right? That would be that's how Robert F. Kennedy would.
I got this from, who knows, from having a very high fever. They say fever, psychological stress, and vocal overuse are the three things that will flip it on. And
Right.
when I got diagnosed, I was like, yeah, check.
Right.
All of
Yeah.
them.
And irreversible, or I mean,
Well,
there's therapy. It seems like you've done to.
I've done, the only treatment is to get Botox injections in your vocal cords.
Which
So the joke was like, I have the larynx of a 19-year-old.
The hottest part.
I've gone. Have you ever seen what vocal cords look like? They do
Matt,
look
let's
like
bring it up.
They look like a tiny singing vagina.
Heyo.
Yeah, take a
It
look.
is very weird looking.
It's
Yeah.
so weird looking.
It's like, did you ever do the thing with the hands?
Yes.
With this, like it looks
yes,
like
totally.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Have you ever
This,
thought about
this thing, you done this, and then you like one person open. It kind of
did that
looks
with
like
Vic last
that's
night.
vocal cords.
That is
Yeah,
all-
the night we're staring.
I'm waiting for. Let's see if we can get it.
No, they're terrifying.
Kind of looks like an eye too.
Yeah, it does look like an eye. Eye of
Spooky
sorrow.
alien eye. Yeah,
Alien,
yeah.
an
It's the eye
alien.
of George Soros?
Totally.
Now, I have a question. Can you?
God.
Would you consider changing music styles and doing like a no wave vocal? Or
Yeah,
like
well,
Oh.
I
join
made
some
it.
kind of like death metal kind of thing.
I made an instrumental record, and now I'm writing songs just like basically like if Leonard Cohen were a woman. Like
Right.
very deep in my range. I can sing like 6 notes. I sang last night at the book release.
Sounded really cool.
Sounded
It's
good?
really
cool.
weird. Yeah, it was interesting.
It's great.
Some of my friends afterwards, they were saying like with AI perfecting everything, there's actually something interesting about having like a very weird, wobbly,
Right.
out of tune, like just having a fucked up voice is kind
Absolutely.
of interesting
Bob
in
Dylan.
this
Does it
moment.
affect
Yeah.
like your head
Have
voice,
the-
like falsetto, kind of like does that?
That I don't have high and I can't belt. I used to have this like big belting voice, and now
Right.
it's more like like creepy whispers.
But it's cool.
It's cool. It's weird.
I'm glad you didn't
Awesome.
like sort of put the Vampire Weekend in an awkward position where you're like, well, am in the band, so I'm gonna keep.
I'm gonna have to sing.
Like you have to fire me. And then you go up there and you're not being able to do your job.
Well,
and they're like,
they invited me.
What are we gonna do?
They wanted me to stay in the lineup.
Well, because you play
Yeah.
guitar and
Yeah, and then
like, you're-
multi-instrumentals. Yeah,
right.
yeah. And I played with them from 2018 till 2022. For the new record, I was invited back. By that point, I had COVID 2 more times and
Oh
was
my
like
God.
acutely disabled by it. Like I don't know why some people. They
Sure.
will find out one day why some
It's a
people.
genetic thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are positioned
Yeah.
to it. Or,
So that's part of why I moved to the Catskills to just be in a quiet place and heal and root down. But I had to like officially quit touring in 2023.
Were you? Can I ask if you were
I'm distracted.
vaccinated?
I'm distracted by Matt.
I was
'Cause
vaccinated.
I looked at the dog and
had
Matt's
one
staring
or
at
two
the dog.
boosters.
The dog's
Tim,
asleep.
I'm having a question with our guest.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
got very off. I caught this situation over here. This dog.
I was just asking about. Obviously, you weren't vaccinated before the first time you got it. If you
No.
got it in March 2020,
Right. I was vaccinated the next times I had it. But yeah, who knows? It's so mysterious.
scary.
It is so
Well, I'm
mysterious.
sorry that you're in a way a casual. I mean, you're one of the casualties
Right,
of
yeah.
COVID.
1 million people have been forced out of their careers by COVID,
So
by long
crazy.
COVID. Yeah.
And how many million died? Do we know the numbers? Brian, you know the numbers,
Over
right?
1.2 million in the U.S. died. Last time I looked, that stat might be a little bit old by now.
Well, speaking of the mouth, We do have
Back to the mouth.
We do
Nice
have.
segue.
Yeah, is that pretty good, right, Matt?
Very nice.
I'm one of the great broadcasters. You got Vin Scully and
It's almost as
Ed
big as
Sullivan,
my mouth.
David Letterman, and me.
I thought his name was Vince Gully for so long. And then I
Vince
saw
Scully.
Vince Scully Boulevard or whatever. I was like, oh, Vince
Vin
Scully.
Scully.
Baseball.
Yeah.
No, not a fan.
I have a lot of opinions about baseball.
You
but
do?
I like going to baseball games.
You have a song about baseball.
I have a whole record. I have a whole
You have a
record
record
about
about
baseball.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
Contest Williams.
Contest Williams, Baseball America's Game.
I have
I'm
a
listening
clip
to
of
that.
it.
Hey,
You
Mr.
know what?
Shortstop.
We were
Hey,
gonna have
Bada
you on.
Bada.
We were going to have you on. I forget, or we were going to talk to you about those little raps on Instagram you were doing.
Oh, my little poems.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
poems. We should get one of those. Can you try to find one of those, Matt, after this segment?
The most recent one was really good.
I remember that you were like going down the escalator.
The escalator one's pretty. That
Is
one
that
was pretty
Bubblegum
special.
Shrimp?
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, sorry.
And it's a
Fuck, I
little
spoiled
like
it already.
I'm not
Okay,
saying
started
anybody's
with a
ripping
different one.
anybody off, but it's a little. Doug does these too, where he goes around and makes these rap videos.
I've called them poems, and Tim. Well, no, I call them raps, and Tim said it's a poem.
Oh. Do you like find things to?
Yeah,
Did I
we'll show-
accidentally copy the same exact thing that you did?
It's parallel thinking, but
Oh.
it's different enough.
But you like found a spot and rhymed with it.
It's.
We'll take a look at it after this
Okay,
segment.
okay.
and we'll-
I just
we'll
rhyme
compare.
little things I see around me. And
All right,
of course.
but we do
reverse
have a
engineer
new it's a new addition to one of our most famous segments, Lick Lips, Ronnie Wood's Lick Lips. Let's take a look at this.
Licking lips, don't want 'em to chat.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
There he is.
That clip is crazy.
Oh God.
I've never seen this. Oh, Kev.
The seal. Crack the seal.
Oh. I can't look away.
Oh, more?
Wait, is that chanting real? Oh my god.
Are they really saying that?
Yeah.
What the seal?
This is like the Secretary of State of Washington.
Wow. Oh, that is awesome. No, the guy on the far left. The guy on the far left in the quarter zip. Love that guy.
Which one, far left? Yeah.
Yeah, far, he's awesome.
Yeah, he is.
What the hell?
The quarter zip vest.
The Great Seal of the State of
It
Washington.
should be an actual seal.
Yeah, there he's back. He's back.
Don't want 'em to chat. Don't lick too much or the lick's gonna crack.
Look at the little time loop.
I like that it takes Ron Wood a little bit to
Yeah.
realize what's going
He's like
on.
shocked. He's like, what just
Yeah,
happened?
but it's like for 3 seconds of somebody doing this, and
Look, he's waking
Whoa.
up. He fell asleep on stage. You know? That's
He's
how
on
Michael woke
something.
him
He's
up.
probably on ketamine or something.
Oh yeah.
Who knows? All right.
Wow, that was incredible.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you, Vic.
Yeah,
I have a theory about that. That guy. I mean, I have a theory about that one with the seal, though. I feel like they're a little bit trying to get us to talk about it, right?
I
They're
think
doing
so,
a
but
they're
it-
doing a bit.
There were like 3 or 4 likes. Like,
Oh,
like
okay.
it was like
But
something.
now
I-
it's going
I
to
dug
blow up.
Yeah.
I'm glad finally we got. Keep dark web away from that clip, okay? That's our viral clip, Carson. I saw Rob yesterday, by the way. Ran into Rob
Really?
Hubel.
Give
We
him a
had a
talking
nice-
to?
No, we had a nice little giggle about the whole situation. Friendly. All right, Matt, what do we have?
Okay. We want to check in on Brian's.
Oh, yes,
elevator?
I did make that promise to the audience that we would take a look at your rap.
Oh yeah.
Poem.
Oh yes.
Of course, like
with dirty laundry. Guess you could say messy is a part of me. I have a beautiful soul, like my name is Jesse McCartney. Sometimes I bound on my chest. They call me King Kong. But sometimes they call me the doorbell because I go poke, poke, ding dong.
You do?
My cup is made of plastic, but my glass is menagerous. I'm riddled with sorts of theorems like my name is Pythagoras. I'll give you some wisdom, a double dump of profundity. But me, I'ma take a shit at the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company.
Pretty fun.
Nice.
Look, there we
Well,
are.
you're not
in
even
the
going
comments.
there.
Yeah, that's it. Everyone's there.
The comment section's alive in real life.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like you're going. Yeah, I know, that's funny. Greta and me are the only two people that cared. Only two comments are from you and the two of us.
Did get a little wish there at the end.
Too good.
How
Was
do
it
you-
too good? It was too good for
It was, I should have
Can't
thought
watch
more.
this.
If I knew that was going to be on air, I would have commented more.
Doug, do you want to submit you submit your version?
Well, mine are. I mean, that's different. He's doing it all in one take, and he's like memorized it all. Mine are like, I did send one to the.
Well, let's take a peek at one of Doug's.
I would love to.
And it just means we got a collab.
A fellow poet.
Definitely.
Double dump of profundity. Yeah. That's the best.
I usually see funny signs in storefronts, and I make raps about those. And this is like stuff I found in Europe.
Yeah.
Douglas. And if you want to sound mad, get in your dusty cutlass and bust to Poundland. Fools think I'm a joker, another phony rapper. They can tell it to my chauffeur on the road to Stony Batter. When I post, they cope and bemoan my boasting. But dopes be choking because they know that I'm smoking.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the mega zone, comparison fails. So you better stay home or bite American nails. If you want a low price, take your body to Aldi. Green drink with the 9 is called Waldy and Baldy. I'm like a thumbs up, straightened with a broken cuticle. Izakaya basement, open as usual. You'll be shopping for toppings at the Ice of Life. And they call me Dr. Droppin' when I slice sound bites. The cow was harmed in the barn, so she hates farmers. I think Mark Arm should go to C.H. Barber's. When my track drops, they ask,
why does he do this?
I stop at Damp Shop, then pop over to Cubis. Another hack dude with a clown promise is out the back's tube like a Brown Thomas. Because my haters bomb hard, and they often do fail. Bomb part is closed, and so is Dubail. I'm a 1 pound shop, fresh style like Mickey. If you like spuds chopped, get to the Kent Chippy.
Skin style.
Wow.
Skin style.
My name is...
That's it.
All right, well,
bonus
that's
kind of
two
really
geniuses that
incredible.
were Very similar amount of likes if we want to look at the likes on that.
Yeah, both viral kings over here. Yeah.
But that editing's incredible.
I know that's really special.
That's your
bread and butter.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing it in one take. He's like, he's coming down the stairs like Donald Trump down the escalator.
Yeah, I think the first one I did was I was in Sweden, and there was a sign that said "Joe Farts Hotel It," and I was like, "Well, I gotta do something here."
Yeah.
I mean, my friend had gotten really into. I went to when I was in college. Me and my friend made fun of this one guy who's like a slam poet. He was like an artist in residence at our school, and he was just like the corniest dude alive. And we love to just make fun of slam poetry, but. Well, yeah, we it seems like we've seen a lot of the same stuff.
I definitely want to see a collab.
Oh yeah, we'll do it.
We owe one. Matt, let's take one more call and then we'll take a little break here.
I'd love that. It would be wonderful.
What?
That's Don Jr. weighing in.
DJ T.
Perfect drop.
Let's talk to William.
William Joel, recovering from a head injury.
William, you are live on the hotline.
Is he?
William, are you there? 901?
Yeah. How you guys doing?
Good, how are you? How can we help you today? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Memphis, Tennessee.
Uh-huh. Home of music. It's where rock and roll started with Jerry Lee Lewis and Elvis Presley and
Music and murder.
The Beatles.
The Beatles started in Memphis.
The Rolling Stones.
When I was calling, I actually saw the Hush Sound at a skate park in 2007.
Whoa.
We did play a skate park.
Okay,
Yep,
we
with
have
Stray Light
confirmation
Run.
and
Where?
a skate park.
Which one?
Was it the one in Buffalo?
No, it was actually a suburb of Memphis, Cordova, Tennessee.
Whoa.
Okay.
What do you remember about that show?
Nice.
Well, I was tuning in and they mentioned the Hush Sound. And I go, holy shit, I've seen that band before. That was a while ago.
It was.
So I
Okay.
started digging in my hard drive to find photos. Couldn't find any, but, narrowed it down.
The memory lives on.
Okay.
Thank you for calling in, William.
Yeah, thank you for checking in on that. We were wondering
Oh, yeah.
if you had seen the Hush Sound.
I think people were skating while we played.
Oh.
There were a number of very degrading shows that happened.
Does this band have any releases we can listen to?
The Hush Sound?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, yeah.
They're
I mean, keep in
iconic
mind, I
bands.
was in high school.
Oh,
I was in.
yeah.
This is my high school band. We were like an emo power pop piano
Okay.
band. Went on tour with Fall Out Boy. I like to pretend I
Iconic.
wasn't emo, but we were definitely.
It was adjacent. It was
emo
at
adjacent.
very least
What's your
adjacent.
connection together? Like, how do you know each other? You
Well, we became friends, I think, through Brendan,
Yeah, our friend
my friend
Brendan.
who played drums, and then Brian played in my project Springtime Carnivore a
Mm-hmm.
couple times, and then I found out I might get to audition for Vampire Weekend. I was very excited,
Mm-hmm.
but then one of my best friends was like, "I just heard Brian got the job."
Yeah.
And I was so bummed. I was like, "Oh, well, if anyone deserves it, it's Brian." But that must mean I'm not
Yeah.
going to get the job. And then they called me in too, so we
Yeah.
both got to join.
It's for a different role.
Yeah, for different
Yeah,
roles.
yeah.
Yeah, Brian
you
is
play
a
guitar?
guitar ripper shredder. I'm the
Yeah.
multi-instrumentalist who would
Gotcha.
just play like a bunch of different instruments in a song.
What does an audition for Vampire Weekend seem like?
Oh man, it was fun. Well, I actually went in first with just Bayo, CT, and Ezra.
Yeah.
And we played like Harmony Hall and This
Mm-hmm.
Life. Like they were basically just like they gave me a bunch of guitar riffs and vocal parts to learn, and I was playing them at the same time. I couldn't really sing. I didn't really know how to sing harmony at the time, and Ezra was like, "Could you sing all these harmonies?" I was like, "Absolutely." And when I left, I called my friend who's a great singer. I was like, "Can you teach me how to sing harmony in
Oh
6
my
days?"
God. That's amazing.
But
Because you had a heavy load on that one because you were
Oh.
touring the Father of the Bride album,
Yeah.
which has a
Yeah.
lot of
Danielle Haim's vocals.
Haim's voice. And
Totally. Yeah.
She's terrific on that album.
She is great.
I love
Yeah.
that album. I mean,
Me too.
I wasn't a Vampire Weekend fan. I just didn't know their music. I didn't know they were great. No one told me.
Yeah.
I just thought they were just another hip band that the wrong people like or something. And then somehow I let that Father of the Bride record, that's really one of my favorite records of, I don't know, maybe of all time. It's like
Amazing.
definitely a top tenor.
Yeah, it's
really good.
It's a great record. It
And
was
then the
so
new
fun
one's,
to play.
I've listened to it a few times. It's like, it's also great, but it's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Pretty out there.
Frenetic.
Frenetic. And that must be hard for you. Is it hard to like wrap your head around some of those songs?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, there's very proggy.
Yeah,
But you're so good at proggy.
I can do proggy, but I think it's just like specific things.
Mm-hmm.
If I can, I'm not good. I'm really good at like playing something a little different every time.
Yeah.
And like that was more the Father of the Bride thing, and now it's more just like these are the
Locked
notes.
in.
Yeah.
We would always in Vampire Weekend, we would kind of know where an improvised section would be. So it'd be like the bridge, and then Brian would always slip in like Rob Thomas smooth guitar. So like he would just he would crack us up.
20-year anniversary of Smooth. I played it. I played it
really?
in Chicago. Yeah.
And now you're doing
Sick.
you have like a set in the show that's like suggestions from the audience, and they're throwing out.
Yeah,
like,
full on just like requests, like any song. Like we did on the Father of the Bride tour, we did any song or any Vampire Weekend song you could request.
Right.
And now it's any song.
Any song.
Nice.
Give us
Which
a little
is-
happy birthday on the guitar.
Yeah, I give it a shot.
In D. Key of D, please.
Happy birthday to you.
Whoa, he's got it.
Happy birthday to you.
This is like a magic trick.
Happy birthday.
I'll show you how I can
dear
harmonize.
Tim.
It's not my birthday, but thank you very much.
Who's the closest birthday?
August.
Happy
Well,
birthday.
Brian's birthday is in like 2 days, I think.
Very cool.
All right. Well, we're going to sing some
Very
more
cool.
songs. I want to sing a song called I Get Around by the Beach Boys in honor of Brian
Jones.
Brian Jones. And you guys are going to stick around.
What about Good Vibration?
We'll try Good
Vibration.
Vibration.
Do that.
Sounds like a rash, a vibration.
I'm all set up for my theremin solo.
Wow. Wow, that sounds just like the original. Edmar, we got to get your laughter on mic.
I know.
Oh gosh.
Let's get him on. right, I'm gonna try to make you laugh.
You're incredible, Doug. I love it.
What about me?
I don't care what they say about you, Tim. You're all right.
Oh.
Ed gave me my start in showbiz back in 1999.
Oh,
Wow.
my gosh.
8.
Yeah, back in the 60s, man, when Brian was kicking it, right?
Brian Wilson.
Yeah, of course, Brian Wilson, my cousin.
All these people are sending me the quote, the great interview where they asked Brian, like, have you seen any funny movies lately? You know this one?
No.
Oh.
What did he see?
We got to bring this up.
Oh,
I was like, I can't believe people are sending
It's
this
the
to me
best.
because, come on, you don't think I know about this?
Beatles
I'll send
were
it to you
probably
real
my
quick,
favorite
Matt.
group. I really
What?
like them a lot.
Hold on, just calm down, everybody.
Mike Myers and the Love
No,
Guru?
calm down, calm down. Hold on, let me get
I
this
think he's
over to you.
I feel like I've seen this
Wait.
before, but it was like 10 years ago.
Is there a
This
video
sounds
clip?
right.
No, it's just I just have to read this verbatim. The quote is, have you seen any good movies lately? And Brian says, well, I've only seen one in the last couple of
No way.
years.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Norbit by Eddie Murphy. And then they say, how did you like it? Fantastic movie, very funny. Then they say, what's your favorite movie? Norbit.
Yeah, people send me that. It's like, yeah, we know about
We
this.
know that's,
yeah.
that's like
Best
all-timer
quote of all
stuff.
time.
Wow. I saw Norbit in theaters, I believe,
like it.
opening weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Brian
was-
Wilson's recommendation.
Yeah. I remember my buddy Brian liked it. I had to show up.
I saw the Brian Wilson movie, The Love and Mercy,
Yes.
with Paul Dano at the ArcLight, and I was the only person in the theater.
Really?
But the usher still did the whole thing, like, and here's the exit
Oh,
row. And
just for
today
you?
we present story of Brian Wilson.
I like that
Love and
movie. I
Mercy.
thought it was I think it's really good.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a fiver. We got a break video from Vic, and we'll be back in 5. Join us at patreon.com/officeHoursLive. Thank you.